Hey guys, so when you're training a dog, you want to train them in a fashion that is not punitive, not hurtful, not vengeful, just in a way that gets them out of their mindset that they're currently in. Well, this is a dog training collar that was just gifted to me, and this is Chase. He's our special needs dog. He had a very, very difficult, rough upbringing, and the level of anxiety that he lives in every day is off the charts. Our biggest challenge with Chase is his barking. If one of us stands up, he barks. Somebody drives in front of the house, he barks. Our other dog touches him, he barks. And especially when we come home, it's not really necessarily a bark of panic. Sometimes it's a bark of excitement. Sometimes it is a bark of panic. Sometimes it is just a bark of anxiety. So let me show you how this particular bark collar works, and we're going to put it on Chase. I'm going to show you how it works. I'm not going to correct him because he's not doing anything wrong right now. I'm going to show you how you can correct him. So first thing that you see is owner's manual right here. There's a quick start guide here, and then there are the devices inside. The first one is the dog training collar itself, and it comes with this little wrench, a little plastic thing in there. That's actually a wrench. It's got some extra contacts there and the rubber covers so that it doesn't actually burn the dog if you use the shock. We don't use the shock. We use the noise and we use the vibration. Some people prefer to use the shock. We haven't found it necessary yet. So there's also the remote here, and a charging cord, and then there's also a lanyard in here for the remote. So let's set this stuff off to the side here. So first things first is the device itself. It's made so that it'll work on any size dog. In other words, it's really long. So you're going to want to reduce the size of this as much as you can. Oops, I went the wrong way there. And make it the size that will fit your particular dog. So for Chase, we need to make it as small as we can. And that's pretty small. Let's see here. Got this part here, take that thing off. So sizing it is really important because you want the two contacts there to actually touch the underside of his neck right here. And you want it tight enough so that those contacts remain in contact with the neck for as long as possible. I just did it again. I went the wrong way. But you don't want it so tight so that it chokes him. That becomes punitive, and we want to avoid that at all costs. We want it to be something that he understands it as a correction and not as a punishment. So a little bit small. Needs to be a little bit smaller here, so we will make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Now he's been through this a time or two, so this isn't his first rodeo. All right, so you want it so that the contacts are firmly against his neck, but not pushing into his neck. So got to get it just a little bit smaller here, and then I think we will be on to the right track. There we go. Now we've had Chase for going on, I think, 7 years now, and he has been a challenge since the day we brought him home. And his barking, like I said, is the biggest part of that challenge. Now, what you want to do once you get it sized is you want to cut off the excess here. So let's see if this knife here will cut off the excess. And no, it does cut it. All right, there's that. And if you want to keep it from fraying like it does when you cut it, take a match to it or a cigarette lighter or something like that to melt the frayed ends that are on here. Okay, so Now we have the devices fitted. There is a charger that fits right inside of here. This is a USB-C. It's on the back right there. It just fits right in there. These are the contact points. If you do end up using the shock collar itself, you want to leave these rubber points on the contact points. Turning it on, there's an on-off button right here. And you just hold that down. And as you can see, there's 4 lights. It has a full charge on it. Now this one here, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. So it is currently locked. So there's a slide right there. Up is locked, down is unlocked. And there you can see that it has a level 10 on it right now. So, little vibration button right there. It vibrates it. A little noise button. It does that. So when he barks, you want to start with the noise, and you can change the volume and the intensity of the noise. And there are actually some of these that are automatic. So when he starts barking, it starts beeping at a low level. And as he continues to bark, it'll go higher and higher, and the intensity will be greater and greater, the sound. And then it'll go into a vibration. And then after that, some of them will actually go into a shock status. And like I said, we don't use the shock here. We use the sound and the vibration. And the vibration and the sound can both be adjusted based on this screen here by turning this dial. And well, you got to push the dial down. That's right. You got to push the dial down to make any changes whatsoever. Sound, let's see here. So the sound, you can adjust that from 1 to 16. I'm sorry, the vibrations from 1 to 16. The sound, you can do from F1 to F8. That's F8. That's F1. And the vibrations from 1 to, oops, that's level 10. So it's a very, very tight-knit, high-level, intensive vibration that'll be on his neck. And what that does is it scares him. It shocks him. It wakes him up. And that is what these are designed to do. And again, we don't use the shock collar on our dogs. We only use the sound and the vibration. So Chase has been a real challenge lately. He's really driving my wife nuts. And so he's going to be wearing an extra piece of jewelry here for a little while. And hopefully we will be able to help him control his barking. So again, I'm not gonna push any button on this right now because he hasn't done anything wrong, and so there's no reason to punish him right now. So he's not happy. He's kind of shaking a little bit. He's got that apprehensive anxiety look going on. So I'm going to put him back on the floor. I'm going to let him run upstairs. He's going to go into my wife's office, lay down on his bed up there. I almost guarantee it. So Chase, say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There you go. All right, guys. Have yourselves a good day. Hopefully you don't need to use the shock aspect of your training collar. Hopefully you could just use the sound or the vibration aspect. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. We'll catch you on the next video. Till then, cheers, y'all. Hey, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you'd like to see more videos, the link to my Amazon storefront is down in the descriptions, and I'd love it if you'd take a little walk over there, check it out. Have yourselves a fantastic day. We'll catch you later. Cheers, y'all.